I'm Dr. Sunny. I'm going to be with you for the next little bit of time as I bring you some information on this next portion of PlayCare Health's product knowledge. Hi, guys. Okay, great. Oh, wow, lots of people joining. This is exciting. Hi, Cheryl. Very good. So this broadcast here is live right here, and then in just a little bit of time after the call is done, it's going to be handed over to the team, and they will post it on the Facebook group in a little while. Okay, guys? So we had to just do it a little differently today. So let me just jump off the chats. Hello, hello, everyone. Everybody can see me okay? All right. So welcome to PlayCare Health, everybody, for today. My name is Dr. Sunny. I'm going to be with you for a little bit of time here, bringing you some information on the next portion of the healthcare message and product knowledge. So I'm a naturopathic doctor and lifestyle coach. I've worked in different cities across the United States for the last 22 years in the wellness industry, including Los Angeles, Seattle, Sarasota. I'm currently in Florida and going back and forth between here and Savannah over the next month while I take some classes. And I'll be leading you in some trainings in several things going forward. Where you'll get to know me a little bit more and the approach that I specialize in, covering emotional, social, spiritual, intellectual, environmental, and physical wellness. But today I have the privilege of bringing you some information for the health message and products for PlayCare Health. So I'm curious, how many of you had a sign in the last maybe 24 to 48 hours, something that lets you know that you're on the right path, doing the right thing, like one of those signs, maybe repeating numbers or something like that, or maybe something that led you here today. I had a sign yesterday, and I'll tell you about it. Here I am. So I had a sign yesterday. I'm in this space right now, and I went down to the little gym, and I was kind of like a dog with his tail between its legs, because I knew it had been a few days since I had done, a workout. And I'm on the bike, and that felt really good. And then I was walking over to the rowing machine, and I was thinking, I'm going to have to make this a habit. I've got to come down here on certain days. Can I do this? Can I make this a habit? And I sat down on the machine, and I saw this. Now, why is this going? Oh, here we go. Sunny Health and Fitness. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, okay, get it, because my name is Sunny. So it's like the machine was speaking to me saying, listen, girl, I'm going to be here every day waiting for you. You can definitely make this a habit. Come down here and, make this part of your health. But, we know that we need to create those kind of habits every day to keep us feeling good and healthy and well, and match the curiosity and the knowledge that our own minds have reached today. And I definitely do something every day for my self-care. Now, the carrot is the visual cue to introduce the health message for PlayCare Health, where health is a habit and not an event. And in today's talk, we're going to discuss nourishment, giving the physical body some essentials, providing the fuel for how we think, prepare, form drive, take action, and be well, so that we can live to tell the stories of where our experiences took us. So we're discussing the next part of the triple play, where we know that the brain, the heart, and the gut all work together to help us make better decisions. Remember the PlayCare motto: use your brain, follow your heart, trust your gut. When you sync up, synchronize your brain, heart, and gut, it creates a positive feedback loop. It resets your composure, inner clarity, your intuitiveness, calms reactive emotions, neutralizes stress. So that creation of this inner state is called coherence. And here we see the packaged product for the triple play to sync up how we think, feel, and guide our way to that coherence. And today we're discussing the product called cardio or feel. And now this is a pretty big one. Heart is, I'm going to say, the center of this entire message that we have. And then of course the heart plays into syncing up with all those other things, right, to create that feedback loop, and it's part of our wellness. Now, we know that there's a lot going on about heart, whether it's on one side, the wellness side, and then the other side being, what could possibly happen if the heart isn't working properly. So I used to work with a lot of professional athletes. I still do, but I used to work a lot more when I had just jumped into working in sports medicine and looking at all the different aspects of how their performance level could stay optimal, because it was obvious important, to look at how the cardiovascular system and how people could be performing at their optimal level. And on another note, my stepfather was born with a septal defect, meaning he was born with a hole in his heart, and one that actually never filled in. So I was used to hearing about how not only to protect the heart, but allow it to operate on this level where, when you think about it, it's almost like just, to stay alive. And that may seem like two extremes, uh, two different sides of the coin, but really when it boils down to it, we have so much common ground on literally just letting the heart do its thing and be there for us, that when you get down to it, it's not really that much difference. So cardiovascular disease remains the #1 killer in the world among every gender, every ethnicity. Doctors who specialize in my field of naturopathics are really good at preventing and treating cardiovascular disease because of focusing on and identifying the underlying causes of disease and empowering patients to make enduring lifestyle changes that restore and maintain health and well-being. Common ground for the common good, we're going to discuss that today, so to speak. And keeping inflammation away from the heart obviously is always really big. This is part of the common ground, what we're looking for: inflammation away when it doesn't need to be there, keeping healthy tissue, keeping the heart so it can do its job physically, and then of course we can always work on the epigenetic level of the heart as well. So there's some pretty big science into a couple of the ingredients that are in here, and here is what the cardio feel portion of the triple play looks like. So let's start talking about some ingredients here. We've got L-arginine. So this is an amino acid that keeps your blood flowing freely and helping blood vessels stay open, relaxed, and flexible. As you age, the production of this semi-essential amino acid can slow down and affect the critical gas that's needed for optimal blood flow and cardiovascular health. And L-citrulline, now the body converts L-citrulline to L-arginine by creating nitric oxide. And the combination of the two significantly increases the efficacy in the production of nitric oxide, even at a lower dose than from either amino acid alone. Now, the discovery of this and what the ramifications were if the body doesn't create enough nitric oxide was a big, amazing learning experience that a lot of studies were done, and the patented L-arginine went into the hands of some amazing scientists who went on to win a Nobel Prize because of the discoveries that we learned from as human beings, that we as human beings learned about how important nitric oxide is for our system. So let me put it to you this way. If you don't have enough, naturally generated nitric oxide, there could be symptoms like hypertension, blood pressure problems, clotting, and then there's um, things that happen for our physical intimacy also. So body parts might not, work the best, or we might lose the sense of arousal. All with the help of nitric oxide, we would create a healthy environment for those things to take place. So just like we're made of star stuff, we also need the right gaseous circumstances happening in the body for the tissue to be healthy. And it is pretty fun to look up that information if you're having one of those days where you want to go down the rabbit hole. There's so much great information out there in publications and medical journals. And today I think the reference makes the point of how important this is, starting with the heart. So erythritol, this belongs to the family of sugar alcohols called polyols. Polyols are natural, abundantly found in fruits, vegetables, things like peaches, grapes, mushrooms, and it's the only polyol used as a sweetener or sugar substitute that doesn't actually have any calories. So it has 0 net carbs, doesn't affect the glucose, insulin, cholesterol, triglyceride, or electrolytes. So, people talk about it being keto friendly and also non-cariogenic. So do we know what that means? It means that it doesn't present tooth decay, doesn't produce, any tooth decay. As a matter of fact, erythritol is a pretty good track record of preventing cavities by suppressing biofilm formation, which could lead to gingivitis or an unhealthy oral ecosystem. It's been shown to reduce plaque weight and decrease the population of harmful bacteria, so helping your microbiome as well. And it does this while acting within certain parameters as an antioxidant, meaning that it is a free radical scavenger, inhibiting the destruction of red blood cells. And the cool part, it does this while not interfering with cell signaling. So erythritol is relatively inert in the gut. In other words, unlike most sweeteners, it doesn't get broken down or metabolized into other sugar or sugar alcohols. And as a result, it has some other unique properties when it comes to intestinal health. Specifically, it can help to hydrate the tissue, the lining and the GI down into the colon, protect intestinal tissue, and purify the colon from pathological organisms. So maca root powder, gently ground from the roots of the Lepidium myeni. This is one of my favorite adaptogens, actually, also known as maca or Peruvian ginseng. A little botany here for you. This plant belongs to the Brassica, the mustard family, and the Lepidium gene. So the most relevant plants related to the Lepidium myeni are rapeseed, mustard, turnip, black mustard, cabbage, garden cress, and watercress. Oh, no wonder I love it. Maca grows in the Peruvian Andes at about 14,000 feet above sea level, withstanding some pretty harsh conditions. So blistering heat, severe winds, frigid nights, and its ability to thrive in these extreme conditions is part of what makes maca such a powerful superfood. A traditional food in Peru, maca has become a beloved adaptogen, and it's widely regarded to provide numerous health benefits. There's libido, menopause, fertility, sexual dysfunction, osteoporosis, benign prostatic hyperplasia, memory, and learning. Also great for endurance, regulating blood pressure, and it's in a class of medicinal plant adaptogens, which work with the body's endocrine system. And that regulates hormone levels and their functions, including like energy and mood, sleep and metabolism. As an adaptogen, maca root powder helps your body cope with the effects of stress and supports good energy, resiliency, overall vitality. So it's a great nutraceutical food. Let's see, we've got resveratrol. It's an anti-aging powerhouse that's good for your heart, brain, and your waistline, actually. It's a phytonutrient. Resveratrol is a powerful compound that regenerates the body all the way to the cellular level. So it is a polyphenic bioflavonoid antioxidant that is known to halt the effects of aging. We like to consider that called, anti-aging, but what we're doing is slowing down an oxidative process that looks like we age a lot faster. It's classified as a phytoestrogen because of its ability to interact with estrogen receptors in a positive way. The plants that produce resveratrol and other types of antioxidants actually do so partly as a protective mechanism and response to stressors from the environment, including radiation, the presence of insects or bugs or predators, fungal things happening around EMFs. So today resveratrol is believed to be one of the most potent polyphenols and strongest protectors against symptoms associated with aging and free radical damage while giving support to the cardiovascular system and offering protection against things like atherosclerosis or high LDL, blood clotting, myocardial infarction, and glucose lipid metabolism, making sure that that's working properly. Lycopene powder. So lycopene is the antioxidant that makes tomatoes red, the pigment. It's an oxygenated carotenoid and anti-inflammatory phytonutrient that supports a healthy heart, brain, skin, lungs, hair, and bones. It protects against fatty plaque in the arteries and boosts immunity. So it's good for, it's also good for weight loss. Lycopene is also found to create an to be concentrated in the adrenal glands. So let's pay attention to this. Adrenal glands like to have that in there. Testes, liver, prostate, and that's where it's the most prominent in the tissues of the body, most prominent carotenoid. It's a good source of vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin K, and potassium, which is a key nutrient for smooth functioning of the heart, the muscle contractions, including peristalsis, really, because it helps by keeping a little water down through the GI into the colon, addressing some digestive issues and maintaining healthy blood pressure. And we also have the blend of a little bit of sweetener, which has the inulin and the monk fruit and stevia, just like in the brain formula. And let's see. Okay. Suggested use, mix 2 full scoops with water and your favorite beverage daily. My favorite way that I'm going to do this is to mix the scoops in water and have it about an hour before food. Traditionally, this is the best way for the nitric oxide to happen, to happen in the body. So later we'll end up discussing this a little bit more, but just to give you a little bit of information on that is what I'm going to end up suggesting, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But the flavor on this one is like a party. It's orange, pineapple, guava flavor, and it's absolutely amazing. So this one tastes really good. This one is part of your daily regimen on the triple play for your everyday self-care. So, okay, now I'm going to be ending up sending this over to Craig. He's going to do a little bit with the video and then post this again on Facebook. And if you guys have any questions between now and next week, when we do another class, same time, same place, then you can send it to support@playcarehealth.com. So I'm going to end for the day today and make sure that you guys all be able to get this on the replay. And Ron and team will be in touch with you all on the next calls for the team and to introduce anything else new coming down the pipeline. So it's been my pleasure to be with you today, and I look forward to working with you from now on all of these things. Go ahead and say goodbye, everyone, and we will talk to you soon.